Hey, yo, it's REMROD TV checking in. You know what time it is. Got my dirty Made Mell in here. What's up, man?
What it do, what it do?
Tell me something good. What you got cracking your way?
Hey man, everything is good. Everything is lovely, blessed.
Now, I see you be all over town, man. Out of town, in and out of town. Where you been lately?
I be everywhere, man. LA, Atlanta, New York, Miami, to the Lou, Texas, down south. We finna get overseas in a minute. Make some moves over there.
No, for sure. That's big moves, man. So when you say St. Louis, are you from St. Louis?
St. Louis, born and raised.
What part of St. Louis you from, man?
I done lived everywhere, man. West side, north side. Well, I ain't lived on the south or the east, But I call U City home, you know what I'm saying? U City is home, U City.
So what you think about all of the violence and crime that's going on right now in the city? How you feel coming from St. Louis, seeing all of this happening?
It's every day, man. That's all I know, It's just what it is, man. And I feel like, a lot of the stuff that is happening, and it is happening, it's happening for a reason, People got their issues and they choosing to deal with them how they want to deal with them. So, who am I to judge people for how they dealing with them? That's St. Louis, man. And if you're from there, you already know.
So what do you think most of the crime is stemmed from, though?
I think most of the crime stem from I can't really say, because in St. Louis it's grimy, man.
Has that infected you?
I guess you could say I could have a little PTSD, but I'm more or less shell shocked. I'm immune to it because this all I know. This all I've been seeing all my life, And it ain't just one part of the city that you could just say, oh, this is what it is. This St. Louis as a whole. You got the north, the south, the east, the west, even the county, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just what it is. Every day you turn on the news, you gonna hear something, you know what I'm saying? Or you even get on Facebook, somebody gonna call you and say, you heard what happened, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Where do you honestly think is the safest place in St. Louis?
A nigga got popped at the mall the other day. So I guess the safest place is not in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Out of there, shoot to St. Peter's or something, but then you got police messing with you out there. So it's like, either you can't run, you can't hide, you just got to deal with it,
So being from here in other cities, what do you think is the difference between the police system? Have you had any encounters lately with the system at all?
When I was in LA, I got flagged on rodeo, so you know what I'm saying? I've been getting flagged all my life, ever since I jumped off the porch. You know what I'm saying? The police been messing with me, but I guess I was raised by some OGs, so you know what I'm saying? I was taught how to deal with them types of situations, you know what I'm saying? So, I was able to, I'm able to adapt when them things happen, you know what I'm saying? Not really, I guess you could say everywhere you go, you're gonna get fucked with, but 9 times out of 10, coming out as a black man, you know that you could get fucked with, you know what I'm saying? Even when, I know my plate's right, I know I got insurance, but I'm still nervous I see the police, you know what I'm saying? Even I know my situation good, it's just knowing and being in the situation hundreds of times or however many times, that's just what it is, So
what's been your worst encounter with,
Oh man, one time I probably was about 16. I was driving my mama whip, and motherfuckers pulled me over, talking about I pointed a gun at somebody. They flagged me, snatched me out the car. Had about 8, 9 police officers. I ain't even have a burn in the car or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there naked, and they pulled me out the car, fondled all over me, searching the car for nothing, which I feel like they was lying, you know what I'm saying? But you already know what time it is. But you just had to deal with it. Either you gonna get whacked by the police for handling it in a bad situation, or you just gonna deal with it, you know? And you gotta know how to deal with it.
For sure, for sure. Now, everybody says it's a lot of hate in the city too. Have you encountered with that, or is that just people overreacting? Is it really a lot of hate going on?
Man, I feel like anytime you in an area or you in a city where a lot of people broke or not doing nothing or got a lot of time on their hands, they gonna put the magnifying glass on whoever trying to make some moves or do something, you know? So when you getting it and you handling business, you ain't got time to be worried about what nobody else doing. And it's a lot of people, not even just in St. Louis, but I feel like it's a lot of people in St. Louis that's not making any moves, so they get to focusing on people that is making moves, and they want to criticize and judge and say what they should or should not be doing. So, I mean, a lot of times it is, man. And that's where I'm from, so I'm going to know about the crib, and I'm going to know what's going on, so, you know.
So, yeah, with you being an artist out here and you being in St. Louis, through all of that, what's one thing you would tell a STL artist today? If you was to tell them one thing, what would you tell them?
Don't worry about the crib right now. Just keep doing you, keep pushing, and eventually things is gonna happen. Just keep going. Shit.
So with the music game being so, I feel like oversaturated right now, what do you think is the easiest way for an artist to get in or at least get seen further than where he is now if he feel like he's ready to give up?
I feel like an artist should just keep going. Don't worry about making it, you know. Because, I mean, that's where I'm at with it, you know. I ain't worried about signing no deal with nobody or somebody to come save me or this or that. I'm doing this because this is what I enjoy doing, you know. I enjoy being in the stew, you know, making a track, hearing how it sound when we get done. You know, I love listening to beats. I love putting some shit together and just really, you know, creating, you know what I'm saying, a piece of art. And I enjoy hearing people's reaction or seeing people's reaction when they see or hear the finished product, you know. So I just say stay focused on enjoying the craft, enjoying the art form, the whole passion of the, you know what I'm saying, music. Just enjoy it, you know. Don't worry about all that extra stuff. All that extra stuff gonna come.
So who do you think the hottest is right now?
I am. I'm the hottest. Shit.
So you think you up there with Jay-Z, Drake, Kanye, all of them?
I'm better than them niggas, man. I'm better than them niggas, man. Put any of them niggas in St. Louis and start them off where from what I'm coming from and all the situations and shit and what we got here, put them in my shoes in this spot, they don't make it. They don't make it.
Do you see yourself going Billboard top 10?
Man, I see it global, man. Globally. We going global.
Where's one place you
Number
would like
one.
to perform?
I want to perform at Staples, man. You know, I'm a Lakers fan, so I want to perform at Staples, man, in front of the whole crowd.
So with you being a Lakers fan, who was your favorite Laker?
Oh, Kobe.
Do you think anybody ever be better than Kobe?
On the Lakers?
Any team.
Well, the only person that's better than Kobe is Jordan, you know, but I got Jordan and then Kobe, you know.
Okay.
Jordan and Kobe, 1-2.
What would you like? Would you like a sports team to ever come to St. Louis that's basketball?
Yeah, I plan on bringing a sports team in the near future with a couple of partners, silent partners I know. We plan on bringing a sports team, preferably an NBA team to St. Louis, you know, depending on how the politics work and some of the investments that we have going on right now in the near future, yeah, we plan on doing that.
So, I mean, with your endeavors now, what do you think it takes to actually own a team? Do you think you can get it all from the rap career?
I think you can if you play your cards right and you make the right moves. But me personally, no. You know, I believe you got to have a very thick portfolio. You know, you want to have multiple streams of income coming in. You know, in this day and age, why not? You know.
So when you speak on, you know, streams of income, a lot of people think, selling drugs, doing something illegal. Is there really a way to make legitimate money and not do anything illegal?
Yeah, there's lots of ways. Selling drugs ain't the only thing people doing out here to get money. And a lot of people, you think selling drugs ain't selling drugs. Just because people got money, don't think they selling drugs or doing something illegal, It's a lot of ways.
Now with Instagram, do you think a lot of people lie online? Do you think it's a lot of fakes online trying to be somebody that they're not?
I really don't know. A lot of people do a lot of stuff for a lot of reasons. And, I really don't too much, pay attention to that unless it's brought to light by somebody else. But, people doing a lot of things nowadays. I mean, it really ain't nothing new. People been doing the same shit before social media. It's just the same game, just different players.
So when you're on social media, I know you put your music out there. What's really separating your music from everybody else?
Well, my music is, I got more commercialized music. I got actual songs. And then I got visuals to go along with these songs, that people can enjoy and relate to and see what I'm thinking and what's going on in my mind with the visuals, I think that's what separates, what really separates me from a lot of artists. Every song I do, I put a visual out for.
So being in your shoes, being Made Mell, when this rap check does come, because I know it's coming for you, what's your dream car? What you going to get off the lot?
I want it's a concept car. It ain't even on the lot. I want that Maybach Vision that the doors go up, that Maybach Vision GT. I don't know if y'all know what that is. Google it. Maybach Vision GT. That's me. Cool.
Now, having the success you've had, what's your biggest fear?
I say it's really not a fear. It's a concern. I'm concerned with making the wrong investments and wasting money and wasting time. I don't want to put my eggs in the wrong basket and they end up cracking and not hatching. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where I'm at, because it's a lot of people out here scheming, and there's a lot of, unethical people and people that are just trying to come up on a quick buck, and you can waste a lot of time and waste a lot of money dealing with the wrong people. So that's one of my biggest concerns.
No, for sure. I mean, what's your biggest loss you've took?
Oh, shit.
Cash-wise.
Oh, man. I just know I've lost a lot of money in some situations, I just know, yeah.
For sure. Now, being in the city, where's your first place when you come back in town to slide to? What's your favorite place to eat?
Oh, shit. As far as like food?
Anything. Where you go when you come home?
Chinese Express.
Where that's at? Which one?
That one over there in Ferguson, I mess with them. It's real fresh.
What you get at the Chinaman, man?
Oh, shit, shrimp St. Paul, because I stopped eating pork and beef and all that, so I get shrimp St. Paul, shrimp fried rice, got to get that egg fouillon gravy, get a little hot braised sauce on the side, dip that crab ragoon in, you know what I'm saying?
So what made you go without meat, man? Tell us what's up.
My family got a history of diabetes, man, so I said, let me at least cut that out for now, and one time I tried to eat some pork again after I stopped, and I could just feel the difference in my mind and my body. I started to feel real sluggish. I don't know for what reasons, what I'm saying? I'm not a doctor, but for whatever reasons, I really could feel the effects of eating pork, especially as I'm getting older. I don't want to mess with it.
No, I feel you on that, man, definitely. Now, with your music career, I'm sure you got to be healthy. Now, what do you see yourself in the next year or two in the music world?
I see myself with the label that's having several artists under umbrella and really doing some major moves and making some major moves and doing some shows across the United States and going overseas and doing a lot of work. You know, that's what we really want to focus on and continue to focus on because we're getting a lot of, I'm getting a lot of attention right now from a lot of different markets outside of the United States, and we want to capitalize that. You know, they money spends just like the United States money spends, so, you know, we're going to get it how we live.
Yeah, for sure. With STL, I mean, having so much success in the past, all of the major artists that blew up, that went platinum, who would you today go do a feature with? Nelly, Chingy, Quan, Gibbs, or Huey?
That's tough. Do I got to pick one? I got to only pick one? Well, you know, you got to go Mo, you know what I'm saying? Because Mo, international, you know what I'm saying? And it makes sense because it's going to help your brand, you know. But I've always been I was a fan of all of them. Not Gibbs as much. I like the song that he came out with, you know. I wasn't a huge fan, but coming up, you know, we was jamming to Chingy, you know what I'm saying? We was jamming to Nelly, most def. But I like Huey, you know what I'm saying? I like his delivery, you know what I'm saying? And then just, you know, I really don't know him, but just being in arm's length of people that do know him and seeing, being of age and seeing his grind and how he came up, you know what I'm saying? And feeling the grit, you know what I'm saying? Some real street nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? Huey.
So who was your favorite lunatic then?
Slow down. No, I was just talking shit. Collectively, Murph. You know what I'm saying? Murph spit, man. You know, Murph spit. But I like Nelly demeanor as far as how he come on the track. You know what I'm saying? Ali, he commands. He more boss, command presence on the track. Keywan, he just do his thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it really not a favorite, you know what I'm saying? When we was coming up, you know what I'm saying? When that Free City dropped, the city was on fire, you know what I'm saying? City was on fire, so.
No, for sure. That was a crazy year. Yeah. Now, who you going with, Blues or Cardinals?
No, Cardinals. Cardinals.
What was your favorite game you ever went to see?
Oh, man. A buddy of mine gave me some tickets, man. I forgot who they was playing. And I was right behind home plate, you know, and that's at the time I was drinking, which I don't drink anymore, but at the time I was drinking. It was free liquor, free food, free everything, you know, and I just really had a great time in the city, you know what I'm saying? And normally as a kid, when we did have an opportunity to go to the games, it was Busch Stadium when it was the big round Coliseum like, and we sitting way in the nosebleed, you look like you finna fall, and you just really not having fun up there. So the first time as an adult being able to go to the new stadium at the Ballpark Village, being able to, you know what I'm saying, for free, sit down there and just really enjoy myself, you know, it was really a good time.
For sure. Now, I mean, right now, what do you see, you know, coming up for you? Let everybody know, you know, what we can expect, where you gonna be or whatever.
Shit, I'm spending a lot of time on the West Coast. They showing me a lot of love out there. Shout out to DJ Rico, you know, and DJ Wavy, you know, they showing me a lot of love out there on the West Coast. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time out there and just continue to push the brand and continue to, you know, enjoy myself, you know, and enjoy the weather, you know. You know, spend some money, you know what I'm saying? Do a little playing and just, you know, work, you know, and that's my main thing, you know, doing something that you enjoy, you know, and I enjoy it, so I have fun doing it, so it's really not work to me, you know what I'm saying? It's a smile on my face when I'm making stuff happen.
So when you say the DJs already picking you up in Cali, I mean, what do you think the DJs, what's the difference between Cali and the DJs in St. Louis? Because what do you think about the DJs here?
The DJs here some clowns, man. You know, these niggas some clowns, man. They don't get it, you know, and that's why they in the position they in, you know. Until they get it, they not gonna get it, you know. They not really grasping the concept of latching on with an artist, you know. Everybody want the bag right now, you know, and niggas want the quick buck tomorrow. They want you to get them this for right now, and they not looking at the long run. They not looking at the long haul. Everything is an investment, man. Time is an investment. If you spend your time with an artist, you spend your time spending the artist records. It takes nothing it's a lot of hot artists in St. Louis, man. It's no reason why these artists' records shouldn't be in heavy rotation on the radio. You go to Detroit, you go to LA, you go to Atlanta, you go to Texas, you go to Florida, you hear lots of local artist songs bumping heavy on the radio. In St. Louis, we don't get that push, we don't get that foundation, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think that would help blow the artists up if we did, if they were a little more active in your eyes?
To an extent, it just depends on the artist and the DJ. Every situation is different, you know, and I get it. It's a lot of politics involved and a lot of different things that people have to, you know, make an account for and answer to. But it's a lot of things that a lot of people can do that they just not doing, because a lot of these DJs here, man, they Hollywood. They really feel like they artists in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You're not an artist, man. You a DJ. Spin the records. Let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? If not, you're going to stay in the same position. And artists like myself, we're going to go out of town. We're going to connect with some people that's really, really moving and shaking. And we're going to make some shit happen. And when shit do blow up, now you reaching out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why you got to wait till the end? You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to the days when if you heard something hot, you play something hot, you know what I'm saying? And just do it. Let's go, you know? So it can be stressful, you know. And I've been, you know, in St. Louis doing the music shit probably since '02, you know what I'm saying? '03, you know, when I was in middle school, high school, you know what I'm saying? 7 Figures, shout out, you know, group, my guys, you know, we've been doing this shit for a long time. So I done seen, you know, the new St. Louis movement go. I done seen all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying, with the DJs, with the bangers and all of that stuff happen, and people talk about payola and all of this and all types of stuff. But it's just like a lot of the DJs that was here doing that, they still in the same spot or even in a worse situation financially. You know, and I don't know niggas' personal business, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm just looking at outside looking at the platform. You know, if you haven't expanded and went on tour with somebody and did no shows or moving around, and maybe that's not what they want to do. Maybe they happy with staying being a local disc jockey at a hole in the wall or at the club, or just doing a few hours at the radio station and doing whatever side hustles they got. Maybe that's what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. But me personally, outside looking in, I would want to do more, you know. And if you're not, you know, that's why cats like myself, we go out of town and link up with some people that do.
No, for sure. I feel that. So, I mean, at this point, do you think St. Louis will ever be like a hub for the music film industry?
It is. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it that. I'm gonna make it that. You know, I'm dealing with some guys right now behind the scenes, some silent partners I got, and we're gonna make some stuff happen, man. We're gonna bring a lot of money to the city. You know, a lot of money.
So you think it is gonna change, and when you think it's gonna happen?
It's gonna change when I make it happen. You know, so it's just a matter of time. You know, 2020 is gonna be big, man.
So I mean, right now, what would you tell all of your fans, supporters, or even nobody that's even following you right now? What's one thing that you would tell the world?
Just pay attention, you know, because this movement is not just about music that I'm doing. It's about a lifestyle as a whole. It's about progressing. It's about getting to the next level, you know. And just, if you're not in tune right now, you will be, you know. And we're going to make it real hard for you not to be. So just stay in tune.